It's Valentine's Day, and I'm still in the festive mood, but we're gonna talk about book boyfriends. What up, Search fam? Sade here. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Sade. I'm out here curating and co-creating a cool ass life, and frequently that means I'm talking to you about books. Now, whether this is your first time coming across my little corner of the internet, or you keep coming back and have not become part of my internet family, please hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, be made aware of every time I post a new video, which is usually on the weekends. And I'm so close to that 1,000 subscribers, so I'm super excited about that. Now, as I said, we're going to talk about romance books some more because, again, I am a romance book girly. It's the season, but I'm going to give you all my top 10 book boyfriends, and some of them are OGs for me, okay? Now, here's how my criterion for this. One, it's going to be book boyfriends that I came up on prior to 2023. 2023 is when I started to track my books on Storygraph. So we are going to just be looking at books that I have done up until around about 2023. So like 2022-ish. And I'm excited to share these with you and hopefully you pick one of these up. Now, all of these are physical books I own, which is also part of the criterion, right? That these are books that I bought and keep reading. Like, I read them frequently. Sometimes I read them frequently per year. So get excited. And they're all by Black authors. Now, the sun is setting, so y'all gonna have to bear with me. So the first book that I want to tell you all about, I don't have the physical copy for because I think my best friend has it. And if so, she gonna have to get that back to me because this is one of my favorite comfort books. And it is Can't Escape Love by Alyssa Cole. It's a novella in the Reluctant Royal series. So this one is about Reggie, who is she runs a blog for nerdy Black girls, and she's also disabled. She's in a wheelchair much of the time, and otherwise she uses arm walking sticks. I can't think of the name right now. And she follows Gustav, or Gus, who used to stream, and he would do puzzles, and she loves his voice, so she would fall asleep to the sound of his voice. And he stops doing that because he gets a job as like a game designer or something like that. And so he stops his streaming because he was using it to get over a breakup and to become a little bit less awkward in front of people. But he's so awkward because he's autistic and he's so cute. And so Reggie reaches out to him to be like, hey, if you would do some recordings for me so I can fall asleep because I ain't slept. He's like, are you a creeper? And so they start talking and they video chat. And come find out they live down not too far from one another. They're both in New York. And so they start seeing each other, and it is the cutest. And Gus, because he's autistic, he's super aware of how social cues and stuff miss him. And so he's trying to navigate that and also not unintentionally offend Reggie or make her feel disempowered because she's an independent person. And Reggie is very adamant about that because, people have tried to make her more of an invalid than she is. And she lives by herself and has all these mods. And her wheelchairs, she has these fancy wheelchairs, so they're modded and things like that. It's so cute. And Gus, my God, today, Gus is everything. I love him. So yeah, and as you can see, I'm gritty because it's, child. Moving on. Now, these next three are my OG book boyfriends. And these are book boyfriends before the term even existed. I've had these books for such a long time, and they are well loved and well worn. And that is my sort of Kamani BET romances. And if you have parents moms of a certain age. These are like the same size of the books of like the Harlequin romances. And, and you used to could get these like at Walmart or whatever. And I probably got these at Walmart. No, I got this one at like a used bookstore because it got a $1 sticker on it. But like, yeah, you could used to get these at like the Walmart for like $5.99 US. And so these were like cheap, smutty books. And so first we got Adam in A Cinderella Affair. And this is by A.C. Arthur. And it's a series like these two are part of a series. But so this is part of a series. And so Adam is a Black billionaire. And he's a very smart businessman. I think he runs a construction company where he like flips really nice homes, and he is trying to buy Camille's late father's mansion because he's been having his eye on it. And Camille barges into the meeting that he's having with her stepmother, who's trying to sell the house from under her because she agreed to that thing. Like her stepmother is awful, and Camille's like a plus size fashion designer, and she's actually really becoming popular and things like that. And so Adam's like, girl. And so he's trying to woo her and help her to grieve her father so that she can let go of the house or whatever. Because she don't want the house and she don't want to live in it, but she just don't want Maureen to have it, which for good reason. Maureen needed her ass beat. But Adam, the way he treats Camille, and he's just like, he's kind of golden retriever and charming. He's like, baby, just hang it up. You the only one for me. Yes, ma'am. Next, we've got Trust in Me by Emily Schuster. And this one, this is 2 in a series. I don't know what number book either of these in the series. Because we know me, I'm chaotic. So I just picked up this book and I was like, oh, it's good. But I feel like they're sort of interconnected standalones. Like you meet some of the characters and some of the other storylines somewhat inform details of this. But I think you can read it and not get, caught up or not feel like you missed anything. So Nicole goes to a wedding down in New Orleans. And she is, I forget who's getting married, but it's on the Devereaux estate, and the Devereaux are a huge Black New Orleanian family. Lucien is one of the brothers and like one of the groomsmen. He has been dreaming about Nicole since he met her at another function, like family function that she was at. And he said, if she had this wedding, I got to start making her mine. Now, Lucien's also a twin. He and his brother Philippe are both lawyers. So very successful men as well. But the way Lucien pursues Nicole, and Nicole is like, child, I'm not dealing with you and your pretty self. Like, she's like, I am not doing it with pretty men no more. I've done that song and dance, and girl, I'm not doing it. And Lucien's like, baby, again, you're mine. And I just got to get you on board. It's so cute. It's so cute. And he's so charming. So yes, I love Lucien. Now, Ben was probably my first book boyfriend that I can remember. And we're talking about, again, early 2000s, bro. And so Ben runs into Ivy when she's trying to run away from her wedding because she's like, she got cold feet and she pulls a runaway bride, and they're in New York or in Chicago, and he runs into her, helps her to like get back to her apartment and gives her some space because she's really bugging. And so then they become friends, and is he a teacher? Yeah, he's a teacher, and they become friends, and they're trying to like not lean into these feelings they're developing for one another. And then Ben ends up going away for a year to some part of Africa for like a teaching fellowship. And Ivy not accidentally, she gets pregnant by her her ex-fiance prior to the wedding. She ain't know. And so, like, Ben is just a really good guy, and he comes to love the baby, and not even in like a romantic way. Like, he's just there. He's just such a stand-up guy, and he's like, you seem like you need a friend. And, you know, they fall for each other, but he's also trying to have good boundaries and be like, I want you in my life so I can be your friend if that's what you need. Mid-LA. Yeah, exactly. Y'all heard me talk about this before. So, like, Sebastian from Yours, he joins a book club for the main character because he like her so much, and she's she does hair. I think she's a barber, and she's like his barber too, and like his friends. And he owns a tattoo shop, and he got gold, and he's a little dirty, and he reads to her in the bath. If you're a book girly, Sebastian is him. That's all I'm gonna say. The next two books are from Rebekah Weatherspoon. Like, y'all already know, that's my queen. And so we got Rafe, which is Rafe is a nanny. Rafe finishes up a stint with a family he's been with for years. He gets an emergency call to become nanny to a heart surgeon, Sloan's, two twin girls. And child, again, he's such a good guy. He's good with the kids, and he's trying to have really good boundaries despite his feelings, but he and Sloan ended up falling for each other and trying to work out how to do that, and like how to have the conversation with the children potentially, especially because the children's father, her ex-husband, is awful. And then we have Daniel from Sated. Again, this is a series, this third book in the Fit trilogy, and Daniel is my favorite child. Daniel is a pyrotechnics expert, and he ends up, his friends ask him to go to a convention, like a comic convention, with their friend and coworker who her friend can't go anymore. So Kira is nerdy, and she's also like a kickboxing instructor. So she's really pretty, really muscular, really buff. And so he goes with her, and he's like, damn, she's real fun. But she's so nerdy and awkward. And I love Kira because of that. Like, she just blurts things out. Anywho, they start hanging out, trying to see each other. Now, Daniel's a switch. He into BDSM. And Kira is vanilla. And so we also get the exploration of how they develop a relationship and dynamics, and how he sort of tries to navigate whether she'll accept that about him. But he... Now, Daniel is also Asian. Okay. Oh, I haven't mentioned it. So Daniel's Asian. Rafe is white, probably like Irish Bostonian ginger. And he got tattoos everywhere. Oh, so great. Next, we have All About Love by Clair Kann. And I've talked about this before because it's an asexual YA romance. But Takami, girl, Takami's a sweetie. And he also is like developing a friendship with Alice, but he's also just so patient, and he's funny and very sweet. He cooks for her because she can't cook. And so like he is looking at her eating, you know, ramen and stuff, and he's like, where are the nutrients in your food, girl? He's like, never mind. I'm just going to bring you lunch every day that we work together because I can't. And he lets her be cute. And like when she starts to get, you know, skittish, he's like, okay, well, we're friends or whatever. But also he's very thoughtful when she discloses to him that she's asexual. And he's like, okay, I don't know what that means. But eventually he's like, but I just can't see my life without you right now. So whatever that means, and however we need to take that, I'm gonna do it. Lastly, nobody should be surprised by this. We got a book from Kimberly Lemming, and we know this is a Kimberly Lemming stan account. But I love all three of the male main characters in the Mishaps world. But Felix is a wolf shifter, golden retriever, and he is absolutely ridiculous. And just the fact that he reads smutty romance books behind her back and then uses him on her later. Oh my God. And because of the sort of syntax of the book, I always read Felix with a Scottish accent. And so that does it for me. And he's sweet. When he breaks her door, he tries to fix it, but also like does all her house chores, and he eats cheese for her because she doesn't know he's violently lactose intolerant. He's just like, this is my mate, child. I gotta do whatever because I need her. And his sense of humor, he is a nut. He is absolutely a nut. Very chaotic bisexual, because he is bisexual as well. But I love him. I love him to pieces. All right. So those are my top 10 book boyfriends. Now, I'll probably come back and talk about my top 10 new book boyfriends, because in the last 3 years, child, we done got some contenders, but these are like my classic go-tos. These are comfort reads for me, and I hope that you pick any of them up. Have you read any of them? Let me know down in the downstairs area, the comment section. Also, tell me who your book boyfriends are, because like, don't be stingy, friend. I be telling y'all my business, so let's talk about it. And as always, friends, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend about the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.